fun. Lots to get to. Post-game coming and win or go home games in the WNBA playoffs. One big thing on the Tom Brady, whatever it is, kerfuffle. Tim Kirchin joins the show, and yeah, we're going to make him laugh. We begin with the win or go home game that we just followed. What a remarkable season for the expansion franchise Valkyries. That's the fun thing about hoop. Just get your 5 and you can get a run in.
We did it.
This team is on quite a run. First ever expansion team to make the postseason. That's Kate Martin. Golden State raining threes in the first half. Cecilia Zandalicini. 7 of 11 from 3 in the first half. On the run. Woo, woo, woo! Outlet. Janelle Salam with a bucket. Golden State leading big at the break over the team that made the finals last year, the Lynx. But now in the fourth quarter, experience starts to show itself. Kayla McBride, float game. Then McBride again with a left on the ground off the window. You're blinking, it's a 2-point game. Down 4, good ball movement. Dejanay Carrington, give me all 3 of these. Lynx down 1, under 3 to go. McBride with a scoop, and the Lynx suddenly out in front. Valkyries off the miss. Monique Billings is there for the putback. Valkyries back up 1. Who else but Nafisa Collier hits a deep 2. Lynx back ahead by 1 after a stop. It's Courtney Williams. The patience to get the shot they want. The lead pushed to 3. Off a timeout. What's your out of timeout play? We got clock to figure out. Get the quick 2. Zandalicini makes it a 1-point game. I didn't think Golden State could thread the needle here. Can you play defense and not foul? They did, which means they will get the last shot and a chance to force a deciding game 3. Minnesota had a foul to give. They gave it to Zandalicini at the buzzer. No. And a monster fourth quarter means the Lynx, led by 24 from Collier, get the huge comeback victory. Shanae Ogwumike joins us now, and it would be real easy, Shanae, to say this is the experience of a team in the finals that's got so many vets against an expansion team, but that feels too easy to me. Was there more to that last 10 minutes of basketball that you noticed that's worth pointing out here?
Scott, great to see you. First of all, let me just say, these WNBA playoff games are not good for my blood pressure. They have us all stressed out. These teams are showing up and showing out. And I do believe that there's more on the table when it comes to this matchup. Not a first ever expansion team making the postseason going up against the #1 seed. It's the fact that they took them down to the wire. And their learning curve is just exponential. From game 1, where they really put together just 1 good quarter, they played 4 good quarters and unfortunately lost. But this Minnesota Lynx team has been there. They've done that. They maintain their poise. And, of course, they have Nafisa Collier, who I always say good players have go-to moves. Great players have counter moves. She's the only person in the WNBA that can be like, oh, nope, and then still knock down the shot. So they were truly tested by one of the best stories in the WNBA. Today, they honored their Coach of the Year. They have the most improved player. They have a sellout crowd of 18,000, made WNBA history. And also, this was a playoff game that honestly will go down in the history books for them because they fought and they built an identity all in 1 year. So it was a tough loss, but it was a great year overall for Golden State.
That was my question, really. Like, it's try to sell somebody, hey, way to go. It feels like you're trying to wrap up something and make lemonade out of lemons, but that's not what we're doing with the Valkyries. You mentioned it, the most improved player, the Coach of the Year, a packed building. I mean, this really just speaks to kind of the future of the league. Isn't it the kind of optimism that can exist that a team could do this in year 1?
Toronto is taking notes. Portland is taking notes. And also, you know me, Scott. I love to say the WNBA is where the money resides. And they have proved that women's basketball is where the money resides. 18,000. That's what their average attendance was. That's more than most pro teams in professional sports, if you think about it. At least 13 or 14, I believe, of NBA teams. So they have made history. They've created a benchmark for the future of women's sports. But honestly, look at these fans. They created Valhalla. They have Violet, the mascot. It's amazing. They've created their own identity. So for Golden State, this new era of WNBA, I don't think there's a better example of what they've accomplished in year 1.
All right. Sit tight for me for just 1 second. I got a highlight to get to, then I want to get your thoughts on what we've got between the Mercury and the Liberty. Champs on the brink now, because the Mercury played excellent in Game 2. Brianna Stewart, after exiting Game 1 in overtime with that left knee sprain. I saw Holly Rose say earlier today, just essentially, you're not going to keep her off the floor. Stewie's going to get out there and give what she can. But tonight it was all Mercury, particularly in the second quarter. Satou Sabally. And then Satou for 3, bottoms. And the Mercury go on a monster run here. Now up 11 to Leah Copper. Bucky Good leads 13. Next possession. Sabrina Ionescu tries to put her on the floor, loses it. Let's run. The vet, DeWanna Bonner to Aussie Turk, Alyssa Thomas. And the Mercury now up 17. Thomas, the big three of Copper, Thomas, and Sabally with 24 combined in the second. They doubled the Liberty's total points in the second quarter. And this is essentially where the game was seized by the road team. Thomas, nice feed, backdoor Copper. Mercury up 18. DeWanna Bonner off one leg, baseline as the shot clock winds down. It's a 24-point lead. Then Bonner, 3 more. And you know you got it cooking when you're just winging at the front row.
Yeah.
And then, again, Satou for 3. Cash money, 15 and 7. Mercury roll. Thomas says we'll see you in Game 3. And we showed that one turnover for Sabrina. 4 for 20 from 3 in this series. And, I mean, look, they won a title last year on a night where no one could make a bucket, but they still cut down nets. So the stats don't really matter, but I feel like that's going to matter. They've got to get more from Sabrina to have a shot in Game 3, do they not?
You know, anytime I get to chat with you, I feel like it's a safe space. And so going into the series, I picked the New York Liberty to win. This game, where they held them, the Phoenix Mercury, to their worst shooting performance, 30% from the field, I think I'm switching my pick, Scott. I think I am. Because obviously that's coupled with the unfortunate circumstances that Brianna Stewart, who was brave for going out there, you know, is not 100%. And I think sometimes when you have players that are not, a game-time decision, it sort of disrupts your game plan because you don't have a crystal clear vision of what you're going to do. And you know who took, the most out of that? Alyssa Thomas. You mentioned your turf. Yeah. She was my longtime teammate in Connecticut with the Sun. And the New York Liberty ran into a brick wall. Someone that nearly averaged a triple-double in the WNBA this season. And the way she plays is just so contagious. She's physical. She's strong. And she brings out the best in her teammates. We know that because she led the WNBA when it comes to assists. She helped Satou Sabally bounce back. In Game 1, Satou Sabally was 2 for 17 from the field. In this game, she had 15 or 16 points and was very efficient. So I really love the grit and intensity and the physicality. Like I said, AT, the way she plays, I know this as a former teammate of hers. She's someone that you want to play with and not play against. And they had that physical mindset from the onset. And one thing I love about Satou is she played inside out. She forced her way to the rim, and then she became the unicorn and knocked down threes. So this was a decisive, momentum-shifting win, I believe, for the Mercury.
I've been here a long time, and I'd say to you, well done. Switch your pick. Why analysts in any sport feel like they have to ride with who they signed up with initially? If you saw something that made you change your mind, you can change your mind. You just did. You're good with me. Thank you.
Thank you. Of course. You know what Stephen A says? It's fluid. It's fluid.
Life's fluid. Life's fluid. Sinead, always appreciate your time. I look forward to the next time, all right?
Sounds good.
All right. Switch your pick. It's fine. Best thing I saw today